From the moment of arrival, Crimson manages to delight the senses on every level. Make yourself at home among a selection of generously sized residences, townhomes, and penthouses. Along with these expertly designed living spaces, residents will find comfort in an extensive program of thoughtful amenities and services that make each day more enticing than the last. Crimson is a completely reimagined residential rental experience that delivers specialized attention, captivating details, and the peace of mind that comes with knowing that anything is possible. This is where life becomes spectacular. Welcome back to another episode of Inside Houston Real Estate. Today we are back in the River Oaks District and we're going to share with you an exceptional property. It's so exceptional, in fact, that every time we've toured our clients here, they have all leased. Now the River Oaks District is literally at our footsteps, and that has upscale dining, incredible shopping, the best movie theater in town. I'm going to give them a plug, iPick, and the best gelato that I've ever tasted, called Amarino, which is also throughout Europe. Folks, you're gonna love this location, but we're gonna share with you 3 exceptional units today, but they do go from 1 bedrooms all the way up to penthouses, and this property even has townhouses. So for those of you who like more of a home feel, maybe a townhouse is for you. In addition to all of that, the amenities here are truly second to none. So without any further ado, let's get this tour started. Okay, so for our first unit today at Crimson, we're going to show you the model, which is a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,797 square feet, and they have this exact unit on the 9th floor coming available on July 20th. And as of today, they're going for $4,560. So by time July 20th rolls around, it could be a little bit different, but you're gonna love this unit. All right, Morgan, follow me inside. So as you can see, you have a nice little entryway. I love when you can walk in an apartment and not be in the apartment. So nice little area here. You do have a cloak closet here to the left, console table, nice tray ceiling here. And here is your half bath. And what you're gonna love about Crimson, folks, the finishes here are absolutely beautiful. We've seen these type of finishes in the custom homes that we filmed throughout River Oaks and Montrose and the Galleria. So these are just gorgeous. But take a look at the flooring there, the LED lit mirror. You have that subway tile going from floor to ceiling. Very nicely done. Here's your laundry room to my right. So you can see you have a full-size washer and dryer. And what more do you need for a laundry room? All right, but step inside, folks. This model happens to be on the 1st floor, but look at the windows that allow a lot of natural light to flood into the space. But the kitchen is definitely the showstopper here. So let's start with this expansive quartz island. You have seating for 4 here. And Morgan, I want to point out a lot of little details, like you have this brass rail right here. You have your outlets in the island. Beautiful pendant lighting, and if you look above, you have surround sound speakers up above, and at the end of the island, they even did bookshelves right here. So that's a really nice touch. You don't see this in normal apartments, but take a look at these appliances. Now, depending on the unit you're in, you're either gonna have Fisher & Paykel or you're gonna have Wolf appliances, which are super high end, but this is Fisher & Paykel oven, microwave, beautiful cabinetry. I love the brass hardware. Take a look at the backsplash here, Morgan, going all the way from the countertop, going all the way around the vent hood, nice commercial style vent hood. The drawers, by the way, are on soft close, which is nice. What do you think about this kitchen, Morgan?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean,
Really
I can't
beautiful.
think of any other apartment where the kitchens are this nice. Maybe one other building comes to mind, I'm not going to mention, but this is really nicely done.
Yes, especially if you are looking for an apartment that has that home feel. I think this property gives you that.
Right, it's less apartment-y.
Yes.
We created a new word on the channel.
Apartment-y.
Apartment-y. All right, so you have your beverage refrigerator right here, built into the island. You have your Fisher and Paykel 2-drawer dishwasher. Really nice. This is just a beautiful presentation. Fisher and Paykel refrigerator, 5-burner cooktop there on the countertop. I like it a lot. Also, let's take a look at the floors. These hard surface flooring is really nice. You don't see any carpeting in here. Really expansive living area. And the windows is what does it for me. And they also have blackout shades that come down as well. Dining for 4. So I'm just trying to give you, the viewers, some scale to the space so you know what can be done in this room. And these, by the way, on the first floor are also very high ceilings. I believe they're 12-foot high ceilings as well. So Morgan, let's start on this side opposite the kitchen. I'll go around this way. And remember, folks, this is a 2-bedroom. So let's take a look at this secondary bedroom here. And you have a queen size bed, so nice size bedroom. And then the other thing I want to point out are the doors. Look at this, Morgan, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 panels right here in the door. So it's not just your normal apartment doors that are just drab and plain. Take a look at the beautiful flooring we have here. LED mirror, subway tile again. Just beautiful presentation, quartz counters, and I love the hardware that they chose. Look at this, Morgan.
It's beautiful. I love the contrast between the black and the white.
Right, the black and white, and then you have the pops with the darker hardware, as well as that brass look hardware that is here at the sink. But they also did these little niches here in the shower area. Folks, these are things you typically don't see in apartments, so they really went over the top. This is their signature property. And you have the Alpha system for your closets. And if you need to add shelving or do anything else, you can do that here because you have the Container Store in town that sells this system. So if you need additional shelves, additional rods, you can customize your closet. All right, so let's go back out. And we'll head to the other side of the apartment. But before we get there, I also want to point out that you have another very large coat closet. So not only do you have the one in the entryway, but you have this one as well. And 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, but you also have this little nook area that obviously you can see they set it up as an office or a study area. You have a built-in bookcase right here. So this is just a really thoughtful design. All right, now let's step into the primary bedroom. And here to my right, you have your walk-in closet. And a king-size bed, so you can see there's plenty of room. You have a couple of nightstands. You have a chair off in the corner with a little occasional table. So plenty large enough. And take a look at your primary bathroom. Dual vanities, dual sinks. Your toilet is over here at the back of the bathroom, and here you have a tub shower combination with the subway tile. I think this is beautifully done. All right. So folks, that is your 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, plus your little office area here at Crimson. And as I mentioned earlier, there is one coming available July 20th for $4,560. So definitely reach out to Morgan and I if you're interested in this building or any other building. And while we're here talking about that, take a look at our apartment locator website, apartmentguruhtx.com. Just put in your information. what you're looking for, and let us go to work for you in helping you find your next dream apartment here in the Houston area. Before we continue on to the next apartment we're going to share with you today, I do want to point out that on the first floor, because not everybody wants to be higher up, you do have terraces. Some are going to be larger than others. This happens to be a corner unit. So Morgan, I'll let you step outside, but this one wraps around the unit. So this is a really nice outdoor space. It's like a kind of having a garden apartment.
Yes.
So you can see, and you can really see the height of the windows from the outside here. And look at the length of this terrace.
Yeah, this is huge.
It's absolutely huge. So for those of you who want some outdoor space because you're coming from a home and you feel confined in an apartment, you may want to consider a first floor unit.
Absolutely. I would also say this is a very walkable community too.
Oh, absolutely. So we're in the River Oaks district, folks, and I actually toured this property last week with a client who was in town from Sacramento. Both my daughter and I have had clients that have moved into this and they absolutely love the lifestyle here. You have the River Oaks district, literally a 15-second walk across the street with all of your upscale dining, amazing shopping, people watching, movie theater. So this is a great area to be in town, specifically if you like walkability, high walkability scores, you're going to have that here.
Okay, the second unit we're going to share with you is a 2-bedroom, 3 full baths plus a study. Now this exact unit is available, so if you guys are interested, definitely let us know. There are some specials going on and we'd be happy to share that with you. This unit is listed for $4,590 and it's about 1,827 square feet. Okay, so coming in, you have this nice entryway hallway here. On the right side of me, you will have a coat closet, which has ample size. And to the left of the door, you will have a side-by-side washer dryer with some shelving at the top, perfect for storing your detergents, any linens, what have you. So that's perfect. Then to the right is where we have this study. Now this study is definitely bigger than what we are normally seeing. Normally you're going to see something that's much smaller. This is almost like the size of a bedroom. So if you want to make this a bedroom, you totally could. Maybe this is where your friends stay, or you know, if you have family coming over, or maybe you make this an office space. So, and then on the other side, you do have some shelving here, so you can put some decor. It's perfect space.
This is a large space, and you're right. You can definitely make this a bedroom, a guest room. It could be a fitness center, could be a yoga studio.
It's really that spacious. So this could be really whatever. If you just need that extra space, this is perfect. So,
you know, Morgan, before you go on, I want to point out too, these are 8-foot door frames in here.
Yes,
as well.
Yeah,
which is...
I know you can touch 8 feet. I can't, but okay. So then, right across the hallway here, you do have one of your 3 full bathrooms here. So you have your sink here with LED mirror, and then you have a nice walk-in shower on the right side.
Wow, and a full tile surround.
Yes, full tile surround. They did the same finishes that we just saw in the last unit. So you'll notice that subway tile, the dark finishes, and the gold hardware throughout. Perfect. All right. So we'll come out of the hallway, and now we're in the kitchen. I love this kitchen. I love the finishes. Again, like I mentioned, this is the same finishes that we just seen. So you'll notice the quartz countertops. You have 3 pendant lights here. You have your Fisher & Paykel appliances, stainless steel. You have some book shelving on the opposite side of the island.
That's a nice touch.
Very nice touch. Your Fisher & Paykel dishwasher, excuse me.
Known for the 2 drawers.
Yes, and then I love the vent hood, and I absolutely love this range. Now, what I like about this, I really admire the fact that this is not on the island. So you have all this space to use, and then you have your island here, and you can keep this nice and clean. I love that. You do have a wine fridge here, which I want to say every unit comes with a wine fridge. Don't quote me, but I'm like 99% sure.
And I will add the extra 1%. I think you are 100% correct.
Yes, thank you. You do have a really nice sized fridge with the French doors, and then your freezer pull out right here. So
The
very
appliances
nice.
here are just exceptional.
Exceptional. And then they did the gold legs here, just like we saw in the last one. So now coming out of the kitchen, this I would make your dining room area, but here you could maybe place like a console, hang some art, or maybe you make this like a little cute bar area. So that's a perfect little nook to keep some decor right there. And then as we come into the living area, you do have ample space. So you'll do your TV here, and they were courteous enough to include the outlets on the wall for you. So if you do want to mount your TV, you absolutely can. And they even included the little outlets to hide those wires.
You know what else is cool, Morgan? They did that same outlet cover and the area where you can run your wires on both walls.
Yes, so
Yes, so depending on the type of furniture you have or however you want to position it, you're covered on both sides.
yeah, definitely. And I don't think a lot of apartments are that thoughtful. So I do like the fact that they gave you the option to choose.
Absolutely.
So you do have a balcony with this unit. So we can go outside for a little bit. And this view, you'll get some nice sunset views. And you have the 610 freeway facing out into the Galleria area. So this at night is gonna look really beautiful.
Yeah, we're losing a little bit, so bright out, we're losing a little bit of the resolution outside, but folks, it's a really nice view with all the high rises surrounding us.
Okay, so let's take you into the secondary bedroom. And I do wanna point out that both of this floor plan is pretty ideal for couples. I would say it's pretty ideal if you have a roommate situation, because each bedroom is gonna be about the same in square footage. So nobody's kind of getting left out in what they need. So coming in, you have a nice spacious secondary bedroom. Again, all hardwood floors throughout, so there's no carpet throughout this whole community. You have a nice picture window here. And then of course, this wall or this wall, you would hang your TVs or what have you. Coming into the bathroom, we have dual vanities here, dual sinks as well. So that's a really nice touch. You've got the soft close on the drawers and the cabinets.
Nice.
LED mirrors. And then this one, you will have a tub and shower combination with the same subway tiles that we've seen through the units. And then also in your bathroom is going to be your walk-in closet. They did the Alpha system, excuse me. So it's ample size, I think, for a secondary bedroom. I think this is pretty spacious. You can do your bags and your purses, and then of course you can always go buy more racks if you need to hang some more things.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So we will cut across and make our way to the other secondary bedroom. You do have a little hallway here, and you have another coat closet. So that's a nice little perk to have some extra storage. And then we'll lead into your secondary bedroom number 2. This one is just a tad bit bigger, but again, they're still very spacious. So again, this is ideal for roommates or even couples. So.
Yeah, actually on the floor plan, they designate this to be the primary because it is slightly larger, but
yeah.
You're absolutely right. It's perfect setup for roommates as well because you're on opposite sides of the apartment and kind of equal sized bedrooms.
Exactly. So you'll lead into your bathroom. Again, you do have dual sinks, dual LED mirrors as well. And this one, you do have a soaking tub and a walk-in shower. So
that's why this is the primary.
yeah, so there might be a little debate about who gets what,
Who gets what.
but you really get the best of both worlds just living at this property alone.
Yeah, one person can pay another $100 more per month.
Yeah.
To get this room.
And then again, you do have your walk-in closet in your bathroom. They did French doors for this closet.
Oh, cool.
And then you can come on in here, and this is kind of has an angled shape. So very ample space. Again, the Alpha system, really nice.
Yeah, I think it's nice. And the Alpha system, I think we've seen it maybe in one other building that we filmed at, but just the fact that they go the extra yard, if you will, this is a beautiful property.
Absolutely. All right, so I guess we will make our way to unit number 3.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
So for the last unit we're going to share with you today, it's the largest. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,130 square feet. And this exact unit we're sharing with you right now is available for $5,010 a month. So if you are interested, not just in this unit, but anything in this building, you definitely need to reach out to Morgan and I so we can get you started. All right, so Morgan, stepping inside, obviously the kitchens here are quite beautiful. I love the expansive island. You have the bookshelf at the end of the island here. You can seat 2, possibly 3 bar stools there. Nice pendant lighting. Lots of cabinet space here. Fisher & Paykel appliances, and, which we failed to turn on, but I will now, is you have under cabinet lighting, commercial style vent hood, 5-burner cooktop, also Fisher & Paykel. I love this herringbone pattern, backsplash. And then Morgan, stepping into the kitchen, you have your 2-drawer Fisher & Paykel dishwasher, and also a wine beverage refrigerator here on the end. Just beautiful appliances. Now, the other thing we probably didn't point out in the other apartment is you do have a cabinet drawer pull out for your trash. So that's a nice touch as well. Beautiful quartz counters. And before we show you the primary bedroom, which is absolutely beautiful, let's take you this way, because on this side of the apartment, which I love the fact they give it some separations, you have your 2 secondary bedrooms as well as 2 bathrooms. So here is secondary bedroom number 1. And with the camera we're using today, I don't know how much you're gonna be able to pick this up in the background, but downtown Skyline is just straight ahead. And at nighttime, this is gonna be really, really nice. And then looking to the right, that is the River Oaks district. So as you can see, we mentioned this earlier, you can literally walk out of this building, a 10-second walk across the street, you're in the River Oaks district. So that's nice. Nice size double door closet here. You have your half bath. So that's your powder room. And then here's secondary bedroom number 2. And this is really cool, Morgan, because you also have a balcony that you can step out on. I'll let you go outside. And we're gonna have to pick this up with the other camera with some B-roll, but this is nice area to come out, get some fresh air. And then what I'm really liking about this is the high ceilings, the 8-foot high doors, the Alpha closet system, as we mentioned earlier, and there's some more shelves behind the door here. Nice, spacious bedroom. And then coming down this hallway, you have a linen closet here. And then to the left is your laundry room. And here is your second bathroom. And they went with the same theme in here as far as the subway tile, the beautiful floors, the LED lit mirror. This is just nicely done. All right, now we're gonna make our way back across the apartment. And folks, 2,130 square feet, there's a lot of homes, single story and two story, that aren't this large, but take a look at this beautiful primary bedroom. Now this clearly is the largest room. Plenty of room in here. Easily can do a king size bed, a dresser, maybe even a chase, your TV on the wall, and you have that same view facing towards downtown and the River Oaks district. Really, really nice. And before we show you the closet, Morgan, look at this bathroom.
Yeah, this is so pretty. It's so well lit too.
It is. And that's important. And I think that's partly because of the LED lit mirrors. They're pretty bright, but you have a nice glass frame shower. You have your little niches inside the shower for shampoos, sponges, soaps, what have you. Full tile surround. You have another niche above the tub area. And I like the flooring that they chose in here as well, which is the same that we've seen everywhere else. And let me also point this out. These are other little nice touches. You have these towel hooks right here. So pretty cool. And this is your water closet. Turn a light on in there. Not a lot to see. It's a toilet, but I like the fact that it's not in the open and it is a door. So it is truly a water closet. And Morgan, this has a really large closet. I'm gonna let you go ahead of me. But folks, take a look at this closet.
I would be calling dibs on this one.
Dibs on this one, huh? And folks, as we mentioned earlier with this Alpha system, it's very easy to go to the Container Store or any store that carries this system, get some more of these rails, and you can take this up even higher, put in another rod and have a lot more hanging space or shelves, and you can build it out as you need. So I really like this. All right, now where we're gonna go next is the living area. And this is quite spacious. You have, as we had in the last apartment, you have your outlets on the wall. You have the receptacle here for your wires, so it's not unsightly, it'll run behind the wall. But this is a really large space. And then you have another balcony here. Morgan, you can step out real quick. And once again, the same view as earlier, downtown Skyline straight ahead, River Oaks district here to the right. So at nighttime, this is really gonna pop. All right, let's go back inside. All right, now what I failed to point out when we first walked in is there is a double door coat closet here just off the entry. So you have some more hanging space.
And this is a perfect space for a formal dining room too.
Absolutely. In fact, they have a J box here. So if you wanted to hang a light fixture here over a dining table, as Morgan said, this is the perfect place to do it. So unfortunately, they don't have a model of this one like the other one, but you get the idea. Now, this building goes up 15 floors, including a pool on the top floor. Folks, you're gonna love the amenities here, so that's where we're gonna take you next, so stick with us. So we just made it to the top floor of the building, which happens to be the 15th floor. Not only are the penthouses located on this floor, but also the amazing amenities. So here to the right is the fitness center, and directly in front of me here is the observatory. We're gonna get back to those two areas in just a second. But Morgan, follow me this way. And here to the left, you have a coffee bar, and residents actually get 30 free cups per month. So it's pretty cool. And then you have what they call the Orangerie, which is a bar area, so you can have different functions up here if you'd like to. And at nighttime, this is all lit up, so it looks pretty cool. Nice lounge seating over here on the right. And Morgan, follow me this way. There's so much space up here. But this building also has a gallery. And the art you're gonna see as we go through is changed out every month. So we'll go through this side first, and Morgan, you can take a look at some of the art that's here. And we'll follow it around. And there's a little bit of gallery seating in here, some more art hanging up. So just a really nice area to come and relax. But then the highlight probably of this area is the Skyline Lounge, which I'm gonna go to. And at nighttime, this place comes alive. They actually have a bartender here. You have a 360-degree fireplace. Nice built-in semicircle sofa there to the left. Circular sectionals here. More art on the walls. And then you have this bar area and a TV. Morgan, what do you think about this space?
It's gorgeous, and it reminds me a little bit of Art Deco mixed in with a little bit of modern elements, and I love the panels on the ceiling. Very cool touch.
That is really nice with the light boxes up there. It's very, very cool. And if you face around this way, and we will hopefully be able to go out there a little bit later, folks, but we have delayed this tour as long as possible because people have been all up in these areas, and we've tried to avoid getting people on camera. But the pool is right out here to my left. And it's a really nice pool, and it has a view looking straight out. It's kind of an infinity edge there. So this is just a really nice space. Now, working our way back by the gallery, you have this area here, which is known as the sunroom. So just another place to come, hang out, relax, have your morning coffee here, taking the views at the pool. It's just an exceptional area. As we mentioned earlier when we first came off the elevator here on this 15th floor, that there is also an observatory, and aligned with the observatory is a library. So let's go check it out. This is really a great space. It's like a huge open great room. If you had a gigantic house, I love the way they decorated this space with the sofas, the chairs. You have a two-sided fireplace here. And on the opposite side of that, that is what they call a banquet room. So if you wanted to have some type of private dining, there is also a catering area that is connected to that space. Really nicely done. And then look at the detail here, just the design, the way they separated this from another dining table here. But this wood slats here keep the whole space nice and open. So you can clearly go, table for 8 here with no problem. I love the light fixtures they chose, the art pieces that are here. Elegantly done. And they call it the observatory because you can see you have probably, 180 plus degree views. Take a look at these really nice lounge chairs, the cool lamp. And what you're looking at, folks, in the distance there is the downtown Houston skyline. And here to the right, you have the River Oaks district, so you can see all the shops. And as we mentioned, you can literally just walk out of this building and be in the River Oaks district with a matter of seconds. All right, flat screen TV here, another double-sided fireplace. And this partition wall leads into what is known as the library. So this is pretty cool. I love this tile. It's kind of like a flagstone, if you will. Wall with the fireplace, the library here, and once again, great views. And now in the distance here, you can see in the Galleria area, that is Williams Tower. And if you look at the corner at the top, it kind of looks like a cat. And that's what people say about that. They don't know if the architect did that on purpose, but it just turned out like that. I think he did it on purpose. All right. So that is your observatory. as well as your library. Folks, leave us a message in the comments. How do you like the amenities here at Crimson? We think they're pretty awesome. We'd love to hear from you. So we're going to share with you a quick glimpse of the fitness center. This is pretty cool. You have a nice flat screen here on the wall. You have an area to put your trash down. And really nice equipment in here. You have your cycling station over here. Nice machines, treadmills, Smith machine, full set of dumbbells, kettlebells, Stairmasters, even a tire to flip over, a water station there to my left, and here you have a refrigerator, so you have some bottles of water, some more free weights, and another TV. All while working out here, you have a really nice view out of the Hotel Derrick and over towards the Galleria. This is a nice place to come work out.
It is. You even have a yoga studio.
Oh, that's right. And so there's a yoga studio here. We'll step inside. This is a pretty nice sized room. Cool mirror. You have your yoga blocks right here. You even have one of these if you want to get your abs on.
Nice.
And yoga ball. There's some mats tucked away in here. So it's a nice space.
It is, and I believe those mirrors are also fitness mirrors.
And you know what? I believe you're right. And let's see if we touch it, if something happens.
Maybe they're not turned on.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. So let's take a look at this beautiful rooftop pool here on the 15th floor. Immediately to the right, you have some nice day beds for relaxing. At nighttime, this lights up. It's like two big pergolas here. Take a look at the view. Nice little seating area right here. And this is an infinity edge pool, which is really nice. You have these loungers that are in the shallow part of the pool. But folks, leave a message in the comments. Do you like rooftop pools, or do you prefer pools that are on lower levels where the building is kind of looking down on top of you? Leave us a message.
I would say the rooftop pool, you get so much sunlight up here. So this is a perfect pool for tanning.
Absolutely.
And soaking in the rays.
Yeah, I really like this pool area.
Yeah, go that way.
Then you have a nice barbecue setup over here, flat screen TV, and there you have a view in the distance towards the downtown skyline. And Morgan, if you pan up here, you have some nice ceiling fans to give you a little bit breeze on those slow breezy days. And as we continue along, there's an outdoor fireplace here, some more seating areas, nice landscaping. And we also shared with you earlier in the video the Skyline Lounge, and this is the outside section of that. In fact, we can just go in here, Morgan. And when you're in the Skyline Lounge, if you're entertaining, these windows do open up here. So if you're having a pool party, your guests can come here. They can be served cocktails right here at the window, food, what have you. This is a really lovely setup. All right, let's take a look at the pool, the expansiveness of it. Perfect size. I could see myself relaxing out here. What about you?
Absolutely. I mean, right now, I would love to just be out here.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. So that concludes our tour today of the #1 high-rise here in the River Oaks district. Folks, in addition to the amenities that we shared on the video, they also have a dog run, a pet wash, a bike storage, 24/7 concierge, valet. And in addition to that, the residents here enjoy exclusive perks at the River Oaks district. Folks, kindly consider hitting that subscribe button. Definitely hit the like button and the bell so you get notified when we release new videos each and every week. And also, please leave us some comments. Let us know what you thought about this property. And if you're looking to lease an apartment anywhere in the Houston area, definitely go to our site, apartmentguruhtx.com, so we can help you find your next dream apartment. Folks, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.
Thank you.